It's time now for your business update with Charles Pellegrin. Hi, Charles.
Hi, Jeannie.
You are going to start in Tibet, where the Chinese authorities are advancing with an equal parts colossal and controversial hydropower project.
That's right. This is a project for a mega dam in the region of Tibet on the river called the Yarlung Tsangpo. Premier Li Qiang attended a ceremony to launch construction on the site near the town of Ningxi on Saturday. And this is quite a remote part of the country. The project will consist of 5 cascade dams and will prove a challenge for engineers who will have to straighten some of the river's natural bends and divert some of the water flow through tunnels. The estimated cost of the project is around 1.2 trillion Chinese yuan, or about $167 billion, which is approximately 4 times more than the most expensive hydropower project currently in existence, also in China, the Three Gorges Dam on the Yangtze River, which was completed in 2009. It would break also records in terms of electricity generation capacity as well at 70 gigawatts, also much more than the Three Gorges Dam or worth the entire capacity of Poland.
So what's the Chinese government hoping to achieve with all of this?
Well, there are 2 main motivators here, boosting the country's clean power capacity and advancing on the government's goal to reach net zero by 2060 and kicking its addiction to coal power, and also boosting the country's economy with a huge infrastructure project that will feed more orders for construction companies, cement and steel producers as well. And the share prices of Chinese companies in those sectors have seen a significant boost as well this Monday as a result, whether it's China Energy Engineering, Power Construction Corporation of China, or Huaxin Cement, all trading at 10% higher on the day. That's the daily limit on the Shanghai Exchange.
And Charles, there are quite a few risks involved as well in this project. Tell us about those.
Let's start with the geopolitical risks. With this project, Beijing would consolidate control over a whole network of rivers. The Yarlung Tsangpo flows into India, as you can see there, and feeds into the Brahmaputra River, which is a strategically important waterway for the country as well as for Bangladesh, which is further downstream. And this exacerbates the risk of flooding for the 300 million people concerned downstream, especially as a region where the project will be located is prone to earthquakes. And there are environmental concerns as well. Chinese environmentalists are worried this will hurt biodiversity in one of China's most vibrant wildlife hotspots, the Yarlung Tsangpo Gorge, where the river descends as much as 2,000 meters in just around 50 kilometers. Authorities in Beijing promise there will be no adverse effects, but there are also concerns raised on the utility of such a huge project. With the increasing number of droughts, it's actually getting more difficult to get hydropower stations to generate to capacity, and the shortfall tends to be filled by coal.
All right, Charles, just give us a quick look at the markets and what's happening this hour.
Well, we're seeing a mixed picture in Europe this hour amid tariff uncertainty, or even lower, all in the red there, ahead of an August 1st deadline for the EU imposed by Washington. Trump saying he'll impose 30% import duties. Brussels reportedly drafting a batch of retaliatory measures on U.S. goods entering the common market. Let's also look at Ryanair stock this hour, the low-cost airline trading higher after posting first quarter profits ahead of expectations at 820 million euros. Its ancillary revenue rising 7% over the year. That's fees derived from flight add-ons like seat selection, food and drink, or additional luggage.
And staying with the travel theme, Charles, over-tourism has become really a big issue for popular destinations, particularly in cities, and this for some time.
The economy's geared to suit visitors rather than residents, inflating prices for everything from groceries to apartments, damaging the environment, overstressing infrastructure. The list goes on, as does the backlash that's been seen in tourist hotspots across Europe. Many places have now instituted or raised tourist taxes to help raise revenue, a scheme that in Barcelona has seen a great deal of success. Luke Schrago with a story.
Barcelona may have doubled its tourist taxes this year, but the Spanish city is still a draw for visitors who don't mind paying up.
It's fair that you have it, but in Barcelona it's really high compared to other cities.
As long as taxes really fund the community and not just some rich people, I really don't mind taxes. So if they're really being used properly and distributed well, I don't mind paying them.
Visitors pay from 6 to 8 euros per night and up to 11 for those in premium accommodation, and it's been a great source of revenue for the city. It netted €106 million last year thanks to 15.5 million visitors. The funding went to everything from municipal improvements to museums, festivals, and even air conditioning in 170 public schools. However, protests by locals fed up with being priced out of their own communities are still a feature. And for Barcelona's residents, there's still some way to go to get a handle on over-tourism.
Here we find there's part of the discourse that says we lack housing, as if we lacked apartments physically. But we can see how there are 10,000 homes given over to tourism in Barcelona and more than 100,000 in Catalonia. Flats serve to live in them, not to do business and tourism, not for temporary contracts, not to install co-livings that are like fraudulent hotels, but to house families.
The city is acting. Local authorities announced last year the elimination of all short-term rental licenses by 2028 and a new move recently to limit numbers arriving on cruise ships.
Charles Pélagon, thank you so much for that business update. Thanks to you for watching France 24. Stay with us. I'll be back in just a minute with more.